Steve, been a pretty good March for us. Obviously we had Marc Leach winning the British title, but Friday night, just before Josh had his big night, we had Cartwright going up to Newcastle and putting on some performance, mate. I know he didn't win, but he surprised a lot of people, didn't he, mate?
Yeah, do you know, he went as a massive underdog because people don't know him, but obviously myself, his team and his supporters on the world and the people in Liverpool seeing him knew that he had a chance, you know what I mean? We wasn't saying he was the favourite to win the fight, but he was always winning a chance. I mean, I'm personally gutted because, you know, like, you work with these kids on the small hall shows like we did with Marc Leach, and when they get a chance for the British title, you know, you want to be there and support them because that's what you do all the work for. But unfortunately, I had family commitments over the weekend on Friday, and I couldn't make it, so I was devastated, and I've still not had a chance to see it. I've seen a few highlights, and I've spoken to Mason, I've spoken to a few people, and you know, obviously had a good start, and then he put him over in the second round, and I've seen him when he did put him over, he just missed with the right hand about 10 seconds afterwards, which could have closed the show, you know what I mean? So we'd have had our second British champion in March, which would have been great, but you know, he's come out with a lot of credit. A lot of people have been in touch with me going, dear me, I didn't know he was such a good fighter, and you know, we'll watch his career, and I spoke to a few promoters who said, look, you know, he put up a great performance and we'll see if we can do something. So he's not lost anything.
No.
And the only downside of the fight really is that everyone I was speaking to trying to find out how he was going was saying to me, Steve, he was obviously in front early doors, tries to come back and won some rounds, some were close. It could be a draw or a winner 1 point either way, which you accept. But you know, Terry O'Connor's come out with a wonderful 117, 111, you know, and as I say, I've not seen it, so I shouldn't really be too harsh, but everyone I've spoken to has just said, you know, another joke card, and it's a shame, but you know, he's been up, he's had a crack at a British title fight, he's been well paid, he's got some experience, and you know, I've seen his interview afterwards where he said, you know, he's done 1 round in 2 years, which the kid stood on his stool and didn't come out, and he was hoping they got 6 good hard rounds out that night, and then obviously through COVID he didn't get out, so it's a shame. And the main thing as well is that he never had those middle fights where you're coming from like your easier fights in the small hall. I know he boxed at Dan Tetley, he was doing well in with that, but that's probably the only big fight experience he's had as well. So those experiences that probably tries out of 5 12 rounders or something like that, probably the difference of winning and losing on the night. So he's got that in his tank now. He'll be a better fighter, and you know, we've got to get him a win and then another opportunity for the title. So well done, Mason. You didn't let anyone down. We're all proud of you, and hopefully you win your next chance, because there'll be one coming.
Yeah, brilliant. Like I say, the only news I heard from everyone was what you were saying, that it was really close. Even from
and it was a good fight, I've been told as well. So
great fight.
That Troy's not a person who's going to be in a bad fight, is he? So
no.
I think he had that one with Horrible Harris, didn't he? He went on to win an English title again at weekend. So congratulations to him.
His second English title as well.
Yeah. But never mind. We always want to win, but you can't win all the time, can you? And a lot of goods come out of it, so that was great. And then Saturday, which we'll talk about now, was a good night for us.
Well, we'll talk about Mali first, Mali Wright, because Mali was having a rematch on that undercard of Josh Warrington against KIKO Martinez, and he managed to put it right in his time.
I mean, it was
still a very good fight, wasn't it?
Good close fight. I mean, the draw last time, which is a fight he should have won, and when we all thought won comfortably, he let himself down. And I'm not speaking out of turn there. Him, his trainer Nick Manners, and me have spoke about it. And you know, on the night, I just went over to Junior Witter, who manages the kid, and said, look, you know, Mali's on the big show in Leeds in a few weeks' time. Can we do this fight again for them? they were up for it. I mean, the kid's only had 2 fights and he's fighting on the big Leeds arena, so he's good for him. And he's a tough kid. He took a lot of pasty on Saturday, didn't he? And only looked hurt a couple of times. But you know, for Mali, he took a stone of weight off on it in a short distance of time. He's got in, and to me, the good thing is he's proved his hunger as well, because he let himself down last time, and you know, I made up, and the journey can start continuing again with Mali, where he was stopped after his last performance. So
just slight pause, wasn't
it?
Well then, on to Josh.
Well, Corey O'Regan,
Corey's first 6 rounds as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Corey was punch perfect, wasn't he? I mean, he's obviously not the biggest of punchers, because he hit him with everything, and never looked like getting a stoppage, but he boxed really well. I was very impressed with him there, and again, his first time on a big stage for him, so he's had to endure all the presses, the big build-ups to weigh in, and obviously fighting on the big stage. So the experience that he'll take away from that will make him a better fighter, and he'll be on that big stage again, and what he learned over the weekend he'll be able to take into the fight with him. So yeah, well done Corey as well.
Yeah, he, like I say, the beautiful art of hitting and not being hit. He's very good at it, isn't he?
Yeah, good fighter.
And again, Josh goes and shocks us all again, because did you know about the plan? Was that the plan, him going out there?
I don't think Sean knew about that plan. I spoke to Josh, and it was the same start as it was with Cartwright on it, you know what I mean? And sometimes he was winging him, and it was a you hit and he, you know, it's a risky game against someone who's strong and punching as KIKO, but to be honest, it's worked, didn't it? And I suppose he had to get his respect sometime, and I think he decided he was going to do it earlier, and he nearly got a stoppage in the first, put him over, nearly got a stoppage in the second, but it was an entertaining fight, wasn't it, you know, and we was hoping that maybe he'd dominate with his jab and walk him onto things, and it wouldn't end up being the war it was. But you know, that's Josh Warrington, isn't it? And you know, he's probably, it's a lot harder than his record shows, or people give him credit for. And I've seen pictures of KIKO this morning from how he woke up on Sunday, and he looks terrible. It looks like he's been run over by a bus. But you know, you've got to give some respect to Josh Warrington. Some people think he's just a ticket seller, and you know, he's gone and stopped him in the 7th, and he's done it with, we're not sure if he's a broken left hand yet, but he's certainly really badly swollen. And you know, I was with him till 5 o'clock on Sunday morning, as you was as well, when he's had to have an operation to put a titanium plate in his jaw. He had a clean break on that. We think it was just before the stoppage, but we're not too sure. So he's gone through the pain to win back a world title, and you know, he was a fantastic result, and we're back to where we was probably 18 months ago now, and we've got to get these big unification fights, and Josh has done his job, but it's my job now to work with his promoter Eddie Hearn to make sure that we deliver what he needs, and you know, we don't know who it will be, but it's got to be a big unification fight, and hopefully over in America. We've done it all over here. That's his 11th time at the arena, or it might have been 12th time at the arena. He's done Headingley, he's done Ellen Road, you know.
Some atmosphere though there last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, the Leeds fans are as noisy as they come. You know, I took a friend, and he said he'd seen more fights outside the ring than he did in it. But listen, unfortunately with boxing, even on the small hall shows, you get these people who come and have a few beers, and they all think they can fight, can't they? And it's part of the fun, I think, over there. I mean, it certainly doesn't deter anybody, and they all had a great night, and I bet Leeds was buzzing midnight on Saturday. So I mean, I'm the same as Josh, you can't help but thank him for the support, because I think that's what drives him on, and you know, his only losses ever come when there was no fans there. And,
no.
It's not a coincidence.
When Frank Hopkins wasn't there, that's his own loss.
Right, so he wasn't
Nothing to do with crowd or anything else.
Yeah.
Frank told us it was his fact he wasn't in the corner. But let's touch on that as well, because he was one of our fights, now with Steffi Pull. But Max Hughes, fantastic performance.
Do you know what? Again, I didn't watch that. I stayed with Josh, but you know, seen little clips on the fold, and it was exactly as I thought he would be there. He was just a bit too clever for Ryan Walsh. Not a big punch in Maxi, so I wasn't expecting him to stop him, because Ryan's a tough little guy. He was never going to beat.
But it was a shutout, wasn't it? You know what I mean? So I think one of the scorecards actually had it at 120, 108. It was a lovely performance, and just weird how things changed, because perhaps if them two would have met 2 years ago before the golden run that Maxi had gone on, I think, you know, Maxi would have been a big underdog, you know, and he went out there.
Yeah, he would have been. I mean, I think people don't give Maxi the credit that he deserves, because, you know, again, you know, like Josh done it the hard way, Maxi's done it the hard way, and he's been put in to get beat a couple of times, hasn't he? You know, the John O'Carroll, and going to Dubai to fight an unbeaten Pakistani kid, you know what I mean? So he's not been spoon-fed and brought in with people to beat up, you know. I mean, he's gone and done it the hard way, and I think even the Mexican Headley, you know, he just knocked out tennis and Monty, and you know, he went and stood him on his head as well. So fair play to Maxi Hughes, yeah.
And the third one in that team, because Maxi and Josh train together. You've got young Reese out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. I mean, we can come on again. That one we'll come back and we'll do something on Wigan and Blackpool shows, because they're having a few changes, as you do in boxing. Yeah. This weekend was good. So unlucky Mason, fantastic Josh Warrington, and well done Mally and Corey O'Regan.
Nice one, mate. See you later.
Cheers. Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.